Episode 9 is getting closer to the end of filming with each day that passes through this month of February by writer and director J.J. Abrams and Chris Terrio. This is Mike Zero. If you guys are new to the channel, do make sure to subscribe to see future Star Wars content. Now, one thing that a lot of people are very interested in is, of course, the numerous cameos that will be making their way into this movie that's really going to offer a lot of nostalgia and fan service and a lot of callbacks to both the originals and, of course, the prequels. Now, these past couple of weeks or so, we've been learning a whole lot more about this film when it comes to some of the set leaks, the set designs, the concept art, and storyboard descriptions, etc. One of which has all to do with Kylo Ren and Anakin Skywalker. Specifically, a description of the apparition of Anakin Skywalker standing in front of Kylo Ren. It's described that Kylo is wearing his helmet and sports a long black cape. In front of him is a hybrid Force Ghost version of Anakin, with no hood revealing the burns to his face. However, this version of Anakin's Force Ghost still has the hair from Episode 3. It's also said that the Anakin apparition is holding a blue ignited lightsaber. The next goes over the Anakin figure walking closer to Kylo while pulling the hood over its head. The blue lightsaber deactivates and Anakin's cloak falls to the floor as the apparition vanishes. It's also said that next-generation technology is going into the Anakin hybrid Force Ghost sequences in Episode 9. So I really want to dive into this a little bit more because a lot of people are pretty much, on and off about the hybrid Force Ghost concept that is going to be a part of this movie. Now, with that being said, we do know that J.J. Abrams wanted this to be a part of Episode 7, The Force Awakens. It didn't make the final cut of the movie for some specific reason, probably because of screen time issues. So now going into Episode 9, that Kylo Ren is the supreme leader of the First Order. It most definitely does, fit the narrative here, where Kylo Ren is basically what Anakin could have been if he did not get the injuries on Mustafar. So you can see the parallels here and there that Kylo Ren is going through by seeing the Force Ghost, or the hybrid Force Ghost version of Anakin Skywalker. So with Anakin, alright, this is where things get very intriguing, and I'm starting to wonder on whether or not this is a vision of the hybrid Force Ghost of Anakin, or if this is the actual Force Ghost in front of, of course, Kylo Ren. So when we look at Episode 9, J.J. Abrams loves to do these types of things. He loves dream sequences, he loves visions, flashbacks, flash forwards, different dimensions, time travel, and different elements of all of those aspects will be a part of Episode 9 that will change Star Wars history and the Skywalker saga. So what I find so visually stunning, and I'm trying to imagine what it's going to look like in my head right now, is this burned face of Anakin Skywalker without the hood over his head, where you do get to see the traditional hair that he had in Episode 3, Revenge of the Sith, except his skin is all burned. You can see the injuries on his face, what was done on Mustafar by Obi-Wan Kenobi. However, he's wielding a blue ignited lightsaber in front of Kylo Ren. So this most certainly sounds more around the lines of the hybrid Force Ghost of Anakin in the form of a vision in front of Kylo, kind of like what we saw in Return, or should I say in The Empire Strikes Back, where Luke Skywalker is facing the Darth Vader vision where both lightsabers are ignited. It kind of sounds similar in a sense to that scenario, where Luke is essentially seeing a real version of Darth Vader, but he's really not there, right? So when we go over everything involving Episode 9, the thing is that next-generation technology will be applied in order to recreate the concept of the hybrid Force Ghost of Anakin Skywalker. Now, till this very day, still no word about Hayden Christensen himself being on set physically, or even being a part of this movie. Now, yes, they are borrowing dialogue from Revenge of the Sith, but, of course, by Hayden Christensen, and they are using footage of Hayden Christensen from Revenge of the Sith and will be modifying it in certain sequences. However, to this day, we still don't know if actually, Hayden Christensen is involved in this movie or not. That's the big mystery right now. Of course, they could keep that a huge secret. They could. If they really do want to keep it very much a secret, they can do that. So for all we know, Hayden has been on set, but nobody's really heard about that as of yet today. So when we look at the character of Anakin Skywalker, not only will it bring the Skywalker saga full circle, but it's also a great way to honor the character. Now, I know that a lot of people may say, how is this honoring the character? if it's a hybrid Force ghost of Anakin and not the real ghost of Anakin Skywalker. Now, keep in mind, I believe the reason as to why Kylo is seeing a different apparition of Anakin is because maybe this is JJ's way of showing us what a dark side user can see when it comes to, of course, different Force ghosts and what they look like when they're actually linked to the dark side of the Force. So basically, Luke Skywalker and Rey's version of Anakin's ghost and what they see is probably the light side version, where Kylo's is the dark side version. So that's my, big guess here, what I can gather of what's really going on here, and exactly how the hybrid version will be applied to Episode 9. Anyways, guys, drop a comment below. Let me know what you think about all of this in the comments. And if you guys did enjoy the content for today, do make sure to drop a thumbs up on this video to support the channel. I thank you all so very much for the kind support, and I'll catch you guys next time.